Hello everyone and welcome to my crafting ingredient guide for scribing level 1 to 100 and above. Now, these ingredients are 0 tier, so they give a little bit less XP than higher tier ingredients, but they are much more easier to get since they drop much more frequently. They are arranged in level ranges, so once you have reached a certain level, you can move on to the next ingredient on that list. Now, in the corner that's being marked on the screen right now, you're going to be able to find the coordinates for that spot. And in this corner, you're going to be able to see the name of the spot, the name of the mob you're looking for, the name of the ingredient, and also the level range you can use that ingredient for, so you can move on to the next one. And if you have trouble reading coordinates or just want a visual on how to get to that spot, head down into the description. There are videos that are linked for every single spot, showing you how to get to every spot from the nearest city or nearest landmark. Anywho, that has been all. Let's go. For level 5 up to level 14, scribing, you're gonna head over to this cave underneath the Katoa Ranch, basically, along the coastal trail, where you can kill all of these cave mobs for tarnished gold foil. Since it's a level 5 ingredient, you're gonna have to get scribing up to level 5 before you can use it, and then you can use it up to level 14 where you can start using the next ingredient on this list. For our next ingredient, we're gonna head over to the Time Valley. Near this ruin, coordinates on the screen, the Valley Wanderers do spawn a lot, but they do spawn all over the valley. It's these skeletons holding some kind of wand that you should kill, and they drop Bone Ash, a level 14 ingredient which you can use up to level 23. And at the level of 23 up to level 32, you can head over to this grind cave of sorts, in between Deathless and the angry or corrupted village. In this cave, you can kill the spiders and the skeletons, basically all mobs in the cave, and they drop spider eggs and shredded bones, both two level 23 ingredients that you can use for scribing, and you can use them up to 32 for the next ingredient on this list. And at the end of the cave, there's a loot chest and a teleport up to the top, so you can run it easily multiple times. Moving over to level 32 up to level 48, you can head over to the Half Moon Island and basically kill all mobs on the island, albeit I would recommend the upper part. It has a bit better spawn rates, and basically the mobs here drop lunar dust, which you can use up to level 48 for the next ingredient on this list. When you've reached level 48, you can head over to the western side or area next to the Twain Mansion. Basically, you can kill all mobs here, and they drop Ghostly Essence, the ingredient you can use up to level 55 for the next ingredient. The mobs do spawn a lot here, and since it's basically all mobs in the Twain area, you're not restricted to this cave. You can also head out to this shoreline next to the river, and also head over to the mansion itself and kill the mobs there too. For level 55 up to level 62, you can now head over to the Lizardman Cave and Camp in the Olak Swamps. You can kill these Lizardmen, and they drop a few ingredients, but the ingredient that you're looking for is called Lizard Tail. and it's level 55, and you can use it up to 62. You can stay in the cave, but there's also camp up above where lizardmen do spawn, and they also spawn around different areas in the Olak swamps, so you're not restricted to this spot specifically. But this spot has good spawns and multiple areas, so you can run between the two whilst mobs respawn in the previous area. And for level 62 up to 72, or alternatively up to level 80, you can head over to the Dark Woods Cemetery on the borderline between the Olak Swamps and the Dark Forest. Here you can kill the wraiths that spawn here, but also the other mob called Phantasm. They drop Unholy Spirit, which is a level 62 ingredient. The spawn rates are a bit on and off. They can be a lot sometimes, and a few depending a bit. So I'd recommend you to use a totem. And yeah, time for the next ingredient. For level 72 up to level 80, you can head over to the Light Woods or Light Forest, and all across the forest there are like these ponds, right? And there are these floating kind of small yellow balls that float around these ponds called light fairies. When you kill those, they drop fairy dust, which you can use up to level 80. Now, this specific area shown in the video is 3 different of these ponds, basically, which you can run in between whilst mobs respawn in the previous pond you were just at. So it's the best place that I could find, but of course there are ponds like these all across the forest. So all you have to do is look for the light fairies and kill those. For level 80 up to 95, we're gonna head over to the bottom of the Osoth's Spire. So this is basically between the Osoth's Spire, or entrance to Thanos, and the Gilia Lake. And you're gonna kill these phoenixes, right? The yellow mobs, not the blue ones, not the cave trolls, but the phoenixes, the yellow ones that shoot things at you. They drop magic feathers, which you can use for level 80 up to 95. You can run along this road, and they do spawn a lot. So basically just run along it and kill the phoenixes up until you've reached 95 for the next ingredient. And when you have reached level 95 in Scribing, you can head over to the Void Islands. You have to do 1,000 meters under the level 95 quest to get access to the Void. And on this particular island, the spawn rates and respawn rates are really good. These mobs and all mobs on the Void Islands drop Void Essence, the ingredient, which you can use from 95 up until the level you wish to reach. Yeah, I have one more ingredient for 96 and above as well. And for the last ingredient on this list, we're gonna head over to the East Island next to Omsword, where you can kill these Sky Conures, or the Silver Conures. Basically, the bird mobs. Kill those and get silver feathers. It's a level 96 ingredient, and you can use it up until the level you want to reach. The spawn rates are really good, but of course they're improved a lot with a totem. But sometimes the totem does trigger the mobs in the cave down below. Depending on if you have gathered a lot of the birds before you place a totem, or if you have basically aggroed the mobs in the cave underneath you, the totem will trigger and spawn whatever mob is the most present basically. So try to gather a few birds before you spawn your totem to minimize the chance of getting the wrong mobs with your totem, so you don't waste your totems. Anywho, that was the last ingredient on this list. 96 up until the level you want to reach. And that was it for my crafting ingredient guide for scribing level 1 to 100 and above. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below. And also subscribe if you want to. Well, I'm not forcing you to do any of those things, but I hope you're having a nice day. And yeah, goodbye.